Hello, everybody. I am back today with another Journal with Me video. And I must admit, it's been long since I got around to sit down and journal or even plan my days of the month because I have been traveling in the past couple of weeks and it's been quite busy. And I did not carry my planner with me, so it's kind of been abandoned for the last 2 weeks and I have to revamp it for the coming month. So I just want to sit down and do that along with you guys. Um, so let me see. I need to plan out my February, make a new card for the month of February. This was Jan, and as you can see, I was very inconsistent with journaling, and there were very few days where I was able to find some time to write down what I did. And obviously, I'm not going to beat myself up for that because even doing this much is a lot for me. And considering how inconsistent I used to be, I think this was a good start to the year. I tried to be as consistent as I could have been. Even with my habit tracking, you can see 12th January was the last day that I tracked my habits. Uh, Not very proud of it, but life gets in the way and then it completely goes off track. There were a couple of things that I was busy with during these 2 weekends. I was traveling the entire week. I was in New York and Chicago, and because of that, I actually left this planner at home. I didn't have it with me, and I also didn't have any time to do any workout other than just walking around the city. I might have done my steps, but that's about it. I don't think I did anything more than that. But anyhow, it's a new month, and I am going to be setting up this planner for the new month and I will take you guys along with me as I set it up and you will get an idea as to how I actually go about planning in this planner. So first up, I do want to make a dashboard for the month. Like I know this says just one and that's it, but I want to create something more. So let me see. Okay, this is Feb. So I could do something over here. I am going to be I'm sorry, I had to pause there for a second because my tea was getting cold, so I had to reheat it. But now I'm back and we can get started. I'm gonna find something from this pile of paint swatches that I had collected for a project that I wanted to do long ago. I wanted to use this as a poster for my wall, a huge poster with the different swatches and like a pattern. But I never got around to doing that. I moved houses, so this swatches stayed with me. Now, instead of throwing them away, I'm just repurposing them and I use it as this index card along with a tracker for the days I plan and I don't. So it's pretty cute and I like to repurpose things. Um, so, what color should we pick for February? I am thinking of doing something like that was yellow last time. So Feb could be green or I'm so confused. Maybe a bright orange. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. So let me see what color this is. This is called Inferno. These swatches are by the company Bear. And yeah, that's how I'm repurposing these cards. Oh no, there's something on it. Um, all right, got that majorly out. Funny thing is, I am using this hotel pen uh, because I tend to sneak away the stationery at the hotels that I stay. It's a very cheap thrill that I have. Honestly, I do take permission. I ask them if I could take it. Um, but yeah, it's like a memory which stays with me, and every time I look at it, I know, okay, this is from this hotel and this stay, and it kind of reminds me of that. And at this point, I am trying to find the year at a glance so that I can make this chart or the index card for the month. Where is my year at a glance? Okay, here it is. Okay, so we are done with January, and now I am going to make a card for February. That's it. Okay, I'm just gonna freehand this, so don't cringe if you do not like to see something like that. Okay, maybe I could just highlight these. Let me quickly find a highlighter. This is my catch-all pouch, which has a lot of highlighters and pens. I'm a big stationery hoarder, so I have tons of pens with me. So don't be surprised if you think this is a lot, because I have at least three more bags like this which could be filled up. If you guys are interested, I can actually make a video showcasing all of my stationery stuff. But it's just the basic things that most of us have. I'm just a collector. I just like to hold on to things. I am not sure what. Yeah, I feel like this is too dark, but okay, it was too dark. Okay, I'm gonna rewrite the days with maybe a white pen. I can't find white. I hope this can be used to write on top of this. Yep, it works. Okay, that looks good enough to me. I just have to punch holes now. So what I'm gonna do is use this. This looks okay. Where is my fab? Okay, so here comes the fab. I usually like to put it on this weekly section because it can also help me get to the weekly section when I'm looking for it and I have to quickly find it. So I'm gonna add it right here. Yeah, that looks good. So let me mark the date today that I start with my planner, and yesterday as well I did a little bit of back planning or back journaling. I wrote down a few of my memories, but not a lot, from the couple of uh, weeks that I was traveling. So yeah, I'm gonna mark even two, and then maybe I will write down the important things this month so far that I know. And there is something I need to try here. Mm. Okay, I'll talk the rest once I'll take a look into our calendars. But for now, I think that's okay. Let me write down some priorities for the month. I need to make a CV. Health and fitness is also one of my top goals every month. And then I need to make a tracker for this month. So let me do that right now. So generally for this tracker, I I make use of this notebook pages because they are grid, and this was a notebook that I thought I could use as a alternative to Obunichi weeks, but this came without dates, and honestly I needed some more structure than just a plain grid notebook. So I ended up not using it at all, but now I feel like it fits perfectly in my 16 planner, and then I can create these habit trackers for myself. So far, actually, this habit tracking was going very well for me, and I think I like the system, and I'm going to continue to use it because it's genuinely easy to track and keeps me motivated somehow to keep doing the things that I'm doing, and following my schedule and routines, because at the end of the day I like adding that check mark on there. So I like that. Okay, so this month I need to make sure that I am kind of moving the sheet a little upward because it's usually getting out. So I'm gonna kind of leave this portion that I can trim off later, the first two segment. Okay, let's go. So for this, I need to again make use of the yearly calendar and make this section. Honestly, I am not this slow while doing things. It's just that I'm filming for the first time as I'm doing things, so it's kind of throwing me off a little bit, but I guess I'll be fine. Um, just so I usually leave few lines at the top um, to write the month, like maybe 2 lines, and then I start at the third line. I'm gonna start here. That's done. And I could probably use a different pen, my calligraphy pen or my brush letter pen. I used to do a little bit of calligraphy back in the day. Had really gotten into brush lettering for a while, and I bought all sorts of brush pens, but then I actually didn't ever continue to use it for anything else other than to make like headers in my notebooks, which is also worthwhile, I would say. Any skill is a talent, and I think one must be proud of the things we learn just out of curiosity, um, and not because it's part of some curriculum that we are following. Uh, okay. Uh, okay, I was supposed to trim this section. Should have started the H over there, but that's fine. I am going to firstly trim it, and then let's this roll out. And then I will punch holes, and we'll see how it goes after that. Mm-mm. You know what? I have a scissor. So let me just trim it with the scissor. I have all of these things in my pouch, but when it comes to like doing something quickly, I'll always resort to um, makeshift ways, which are not practical at all. Okay, I think this looks pretty good. Now I am going to use this again to mark the location of my punch. That way I'll have this empty space in the center and I can use that to kind of punch, to write the month. So I will first punch and then we will write the month. Hopefully I've set this for this size. Honestly, it doesn't seem like. I'm not too sure if this is set to the right size. Just verify this. Kind of feels like it's off by a millimeter or so, 1 or 2 millimeters. Um, this is the hardest part of using these punches. I just hope there was any other better way to do this. Or maybe I'm just bad at it. I am not sure, but I hate this punch. I don't like punching stuff because I feel like I always get it wrong. And it's usually off by just like a few millimeters, and that frustrates me even more. What do you guys do to make sure that your punch is aligned? Okay, this definitely is off and it needs to move. Okay. Okay, this seems pretty okay right now. Okay, I'm gonna just go for it. Okay, I mean, it's pretty off, but it'll work. I hope it'll work. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it fits. I'll make it fit. Okay, so here we go. So this is the days, date, and the days. Okay, and maybe also just highlight the weekends. That way I can segregate my weekly tracking as well. So as you can see, I really don't follow a very organized, meticulous way of planning because I know at the end of the day, it's just me who will be using this and I really don't have to display this to anybody. It's just for my use and for my eyes. So I can make it however I want as long as it's functional and it's serving its purpose. That's all that matters to me. Yes, of course, I like it to look a little aesthetic, but I'm not a sucker for it. Like, this works for me. I know it might be annoying a few people because the lines aren't neat, but I'm okay and I can deal with it. So it's the same habits that I'll be tracking even this year. So first up would be, this month, I'm sorry, wake up by 9. My water intake, was it enough and adequate? So my goal is to at least have about 2 liters of water, and I have a bottle which is 2-liter bottle, so I make sure at least I'm reaching towards the end by the end of the day, and that's how I track my water intake. How my fitness goals is if I did go to the gym and how my mood was. My skincare includes the AM PM skincare and the supplements that I take. And recently I added this morning pages as well because I did notice that I was pretty regular. At least I was doing it a couple of times in a week. So I thought I should add it in my tracking because then I would know like how consistent I've been and how much it's helped me to have a good mood that day. And then this section is for the sleep tracking. Track my sleep here, and generally it's the number of hours. So the higher the score, it's like 9 hours of sleep. So I know that these are the days that I've slept well, and if and I'll correspondingly check how my mood was the other day, the next day after having a good night's sleep, whether it improved my mood or whether my mood was off and I had a bad night's sleep. It kind of helps. Honestly, it helps to know how you're functioning based off of your cycle, especially your sleep cycle. 4, 5. To be honest, I really just love tracking my life. I think it's a good way of having something documented about your life, your day to day. So I enjoy doing this. I'm not very serious about how I'm going about with my daily routines. I just want to have a log somewhere that, okay, this is how my day and month went. That way I can look back at it and I can make some changes if I have to, or I could feel happy about having a very fruitful month in terms of my fitness routines. It's just that, honestly, I'm not even too strict about these things. This was off by a few millimeters again. That's all right. Okay, I'm gonna use the same index tab to tell me where I am and where my fitness section starts. Uh, I can also update this based off of my findings for this month using my tracking, but I'll do that off camera because I need to look into my phone to write my daily steps and the rings if I close them or not. On my watch, I only get data for the present day, and obviously, it's just the beginning of the day. Okay, and I think that's about it. I don't have much to change elsewhere, and this is it. And I know I'm going to be adding few more changes, like I might update my goals for the month as well as my fitness tracking, but you will see that once I do a flip through at the end of the month. Until then, thank you for sticking around and watching this video. I truly appreciate you all for taking out the time and watching me set up my planner. Um, I really would appreciate if you also would subscribe to my channel, and we all could just collectively love planning and journaling together. Thank you so much. Bye bye.